it's that time of year when traditionally students and teachers are getting ready to head back to school. However, the COVID-19 pandemic has turned the word tradition upside down. In this extraordinary time, as school districts all over the country are navigating their way back to school, while factoring in the challenges of a pandemic, educators, parents, and students are keenly attuned to what school might look like this coming year. While it's nearly impossible to eliminate all the risks of furthering the spread of COVID-19, there are many steps our schools will be taking to reduce the risks to students, teachers, staff, and their families. In late July, we talked one-on-one with Lake County Superintendent of Schools Diane Kornegay about the local plans available at the time of this interview and the process the district went through for formulating those plans. So as we sit here on July 21st, you were in a day-long meeting yesterday trying to wade through how do we reopen Lake County schools. What would you say are the headlines coming out of yesterday's meeting?
I think the headlines coming out of yesterday's meeting would definitely be that we have pushed the start date back from August the 10th to August the 24th to give us a little bit more time. And the other headline would certainly be that we have added another option for parents. That was one of the things that the board felt unanimously that we needed to reconsider the options that we're providing families and provide an additional option.
From a health and wellness perspective, what are some of the things that we might see in the schools that we didn't see last year as far as how you're going to help ensure safety and distancing for both the students, the teachers, the staff?
So we are going to ask teachers wherever possible to rearrange classroom furniture and provide as much space as possible between students. What you will see that's different is that anytime students can't maintain that 6-foot distance, they will be required to wear a mask. Even when that 6-foot distance can be maintained, we're going to still encourage the mask, but we want to give the students at least some opportunity, if at all possible during the day, to take a mask off. Children wearing masks for 6 and 7 hours a day is a bit much to ask. And so how do we create classroom environments that are safe, as well as common areas within schools, lunch rooms, all of those that we need to take into consideration to provide the safest environment that we possibly can.
Will there be restrictions on things like extracurricular activities, clubs, sports, or will there be some degree of normalcy moving ahead?
So I think the difference that you'll see with those extracurricular events is that wherever possible, we're asking them to maybe consider virtual meetings and opportunities. Our sports teams are back doing conditioning throughout the summer. We have no idea what it's going to look like in the fall if we think about football, and kind of watching to see what the Florida High School Athletic Association puts out to us as far as the requirements for that, or if they're going to push back the season. So lots of conversation happening at the state level in regards to that, so we're kind of in a wait and see mode in regards to sports.
For people who have been kind of sitting back watching, what is the takeaway message that you want, particularly parents, teachers, all those affected by this? What do you want them to understand about what got you to this point, what got the school district to this point in making the decisions that you've made as you prepare to open on August 24th?
Our primary objectives and what we call our guiding principles has been, for those students coming back to our traditional school, let's consider first how we're going to get them back as safely as we possibly can by looking at wherever possible we're going to reduce class sizes. That means creative scheduling, cohorting of students. That was one of our primary guiding principles. The other one is how do we limit transitions of kids and interaction with kids throughout the school day. Our middle and high schools yesterday proposed a schedule that's going to allow for smaller class sizes and the cohorting of students so that we can minimize transitions during the day.
You'll find a link to information on this story when you click the News of Note tab on our homepage at yourhometownhealth.com.